Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com. I'm in my new space. The walls are very barren. I have to do a lot of stuff to them to get them ready for you. But I figured it's a good opportunity for me to just film something quick, see how it looks, see how it sounds. I'm still doing a lot with the sound. But more importantly, there's been so much new stuff that has entered the store in the last couple of weeks since I've been moving and stuff that I haven't had a chance to throw up onto YouTube. So today I'm going to cover just a couple of Phoibos models that came in. I think it'll be interesting to see them because definitely this is some of that stuff where a picture's worth 1,000 words. I'm actually wearing a prototype Islander on this wrist. I have to be careful, so if you've caught a glimpse of it, so be it. Anyway, I have the Loom Shot collab on this wrist. Let's get on with the part of the show that will probably look more familiar. Okay, so what's happened is that over the course of the last couple of weeks, a lot of new Phoiboses came in. I didn't get a chance to do a video on any of them, so today, kind of like an overview video of 3 different collections, but there's been more than 3 that came in. Some restock, some new. This is the Apollo. It's new. Took much longer than I expected. I ordered these somewhere back in like February. There was a problem with the shipment, blah, blah, blah. Here we are. So this is the Apollo. There's, let's see, I don't know, about 5 or 6 to show you. I will, do one and then show you the others really quickly. They're all Py036, and this is the blue one. So let's go over the particulars. It is a Seiko NH38 movement, which is a true no-date automatic movement, hand winds, hacks. About a 40-hour power reserve. We're looking at a case. So weird. The crown's at 8, or yeah, directly at 8 o'clock. If you picked up on that, it's very, very bizarre for me. Can't say I've ever handled a watch with a crown at 8. I keep wanting to go like this, thinking it's like, a 2 o'clock crown or something. But nope, the crown is at 8. It is a 41 millimeter case, 41 millimeters in diameter. It is 12.5 thick to a flat anti-reflective sapphire crystal. It is 48 millimeters on the lug tip to lug tip. There you go. It's a really nice case, beautiful finishing, nice vertical brushing on the side, circular brushing on the lugs, 200 meters of water resistance, a beautiful bracelet, solid end link, sized with, you can see them from here, sized with screws, 3-position micro adjust clasp, Phoibos branded clasp there, and the case back has that. Remember the Py035, which is the titanium Apollo. I think it was 35. Maybe it was 31. I'm sorry. Has a little astronaut on the back. They're all around $350, and so like I said, its operation is simple. It's a screw-down crown. Unscrew it. You can change the time. So the hands, of course, are extremely, extremely interesting, very spacey, if you will. Sorry. So it's one click out to change time. There's no date position. Click. And like I said, this 8 o'clock crown really, man, it's so hard for me to do with my left hand. Even though I'm a lefty. Kind of weird. Beautiful dial. Lots of lume on it. Nice, beautiful bezel. Ceramic. It's like a brushed ceramic insert. So that's the blue one. Like I said, I'm just gonna rip through the other bunch really quick. New studio, all this other new stuff, and it's kind of weird for me. I just want to film something just to kind of see how the whole thing comes out. So I'm kind of practicing with them. Whoops, I had all the crowns pulled. So this is the gray dial. Again, these are all model Py036 Apollo. This is the gray dial with those really interesting hands. Let's get up on it a little bit. See the Phoibos logo. It is a sandwich dial construction. All sorts of, it's a see-through dial. Really nice. So gray. Okay, so you saw blue. You saw gray. This is, what a weird color. They call this one, I want to say tortilla brown, which, that's such a bizarre name for a color. I mean, not that it doesn't, maybe it's a little more orangey than tortilla brown, but I've never heard of a color referred to as tortilla brown. But same black brushed ceramic insert, that same kind of 3-link, or excuse me, almost like an H-link, right? But it's positive end links at the end. Bracelet, really cool looking. I don't know, this is probably my least favorite color of the bunch. You have your standard black dial. Like I said, the crown, I'm just going to leave the crown out. I'm not going to fumble with it. This is your standard black dial, kind of like a charcoaly brushed outer ring for the sandwich. Like I said, the loom on these is fantastic, so we will check out the loom in a minute. I want to say there is definitely one more. I gotta find it. Here it is. Full loom. So we'll definitely do a loom shot, include the loom shot of this guy. But lots of great colors here. The chaptering is done in red. The outer is blue, and then the full loom is underneath the blue, and it's in the center. The hands are done in black and white. It's really, really cool looking. I guess because the chaptering is a contrasting color here, you can see it's marked in the cardinal directions of north, east, south, and west. I'm not sure that's going to help you with anything. I mean, I guess it's kind of a compass bezel in a way, but it's not rotatable, so I'm not sure what function it's really going to serve. I guess like I said, I have 3 sets to show you. I guess we'll hold till the end to show the loom and everything else. So next, the Proteus has been around for a while. I've had it before. This is, I forgot the model number, this might be the 035. But they did come out with this really cool salmon dial, kind of a sand texture. Let's wind them up. This is an NH35 movement. Nice salmon dial with a cool texture to it. Beautiful bezel. Like I've gone over this family before. It is domed anti-reflective sapphire crystal, slightly domed. It is, let's see, 42 millimeters in diameter, just about 13 thick to that domed crystal, and you're looking at 49 millimeters on the lug tip to lug tip. 120 click unidirectional ratcheting bezel. Like I said, the difference here on this guy is certainly that salmon-y colored dial. Really cool. So then they have this one, and then there's another one, which is it's a carbon fiber dial. Another Proteus. These are cool because when they glow, that whole outer ring, like the rehot, where the chaptering is, it glows as well. But I think you can. It's kind of tough for me. I'm really getting used to the lighting and everything. I think hopefully you can see the carbon fiber-esque of the dial. I have new lights. Like I said, just kind of testing everything out, seeing how it all looks, and I will make adjustments, as time goes on. I'll also give myself stuff in the background of where I talk. I do have my Instagram counter and some other stuff, but I have a geochron that I want to hang up and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I will get into all of that. So this is the Proteus. The Proteus are around $315. And then the last one I want to show you is actually the newest. And it's a strange name. It's the Narwhal. So the Narwhal is the unicorn of the sea. If you're not familiar with it, I do believe it's a mammal. It's something wrong with its bottom tooth. It protrudes out of its lip, so it looks like it's a horn. But the Narwhal has a very interesting scratch dial. I think you can see it there. Okay, they're all $480. Now these are even more expensive because they run on a Miyota 9015 movement. Very interesting case with the facets polished over here. Combination of brushed and polished here. Nice bezel insert. It's a 41 millimeter case. It's 13 thick to a flat sapphire. It's 50 millimeters on the lug tip to lug tip, and you can see they've got these beautiful end links on this very interesting bracelet that bends down really, really sharp. Anti-reflective sapphire crystal, 22 millimeter lug width, 300 meters of water resistance, 200 grams, so it's kind of hefty. The Proteus was also 200 grams. So a 9015 with a screw down crown. Unscrew it, you wind it, you can change the time, one click out, you can change the date. Now the Narwhal comes in a couple of different colors. You see this is one of them with that, it's a brownish dial, and it's got that scratch appearance. And then we'll go to the next one. This guy's like a dark gray scratch dial, really cool markers, cool case. Narwhal is just an interesting watch, really nice glass they put on this one. It's got good heft to it, as I said, at the 200 grams. And the 9015 is going to beat at 28,800 beats per hour, or roughly 8 ticks a second. So super smooth movement on the hand. So that's your gray. Here's your blue scratch dial. It sounds so weird to say scratch dial. It sounds like something's wrong with it, but it's just the style. Scratch dial style. So this is a blue, almost like an ombre effect. Goes from blue, fades to black on the outside. Nice square silver hands, matching the square markers or rectangular markers. It's a cool look altogether. And then the last one, I feel like I'm rushing, but I did have to show you like a dozen watches, is green with gold. Green with gold on the scratch dial. So this looks really cool. It's a nice looking piece. They match the frame, the applique around the date to the markers, to the hands, to the second hand. Everything looks good. And even the bezel itself has the markers in that gold color. What I'm going to do is I'll do a loom of each one, and then I'll throw one of each on, and we'll see how it goes. So first up is the Narwhal. You can see, it glows really well. I have not been able to really close out the windows here. I will eventually, but you can see clearly the loom works on this one really well. Next up will be a Proteus Ditto again. Glows really nice. That's all C3 super loom. Easy to tell the time in the knots. There you go. And you see the chapter ring is done in BGW9 for a blue effect. Looks really, really cool. Whoops! Looks really, really cool. And now let's check out, we'll do two Apollos, the full loom and then a regular one. So here is the regular Apollo. This is the blue dial. You can see that sandwich dial looks really, really nice. The hands, very unique. Pretty cool looking. The bezel works well, but wait till you see the full loom. Pretty cool, huh? That whole disc in the middle glows. The whole thing is glowing nice and blue. Beautiful, so cool. It's a nice style. Definitely can tell the time. Like how the hands are black at the center, so you can kind of still see them because they do, I would say, not clash, but blend in with the meaty part of the dial, where the hour, for the minute hand, it's okay, but for the hour hand, it doesn't escape it, so it might be kind of tough to see where the hour hand is. So we'll start with the Narwhal on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. You can see, obviously, because it has no real lugs to speak of, it hugs it and it fits super nice, and plenty of room for a larger wrist. Next up is the Apollo with that really interesting 8 o'clock crown. I wear watches on both wrists, doesn't really matter, but if you do wear your watch on your left wrist, it's for like most righties do, it's certainly going to keep that crown fully out of the way, not banging into your hand, but kind of makes it interesting to set with your right if you don't take it off your wrist. And the last one will be that Proteus. Again, none of these really have any problem fitting on my wrist. I think they look awesome. The crown's very interesting. Nice helical texture to it. Fits me just fine. And I think that'll about do it. This has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com. I'm showing you a bunch of new Phoibos watches. Again, the purpose of this video, obviously, is to show you all sorts of new stuff that came into the store, because you got to see it, but also for me to get a video out there in my new space, kind of figure out things I want to see, how it looks once it's uploaded to YouTube. And of course, people always give great commentary on how I can try to improve the quality of the video. So if you want sound off below, love to hear it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Questions, comment, anything else, you can put it down below, and I'll be sure to read it at least as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.